stop. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Stay with me. My beloved child, pause everything. Before tonight, I need your full attention. You are not here by accident. I have called you here by divine appointment, written into this very hour, because I am placing my hand over your night, and I am moving to protect you from what you cannot see. Listen closely. This is not condemnation. This is covering. This is not me shaming you. This is me sheltering you. I know the rush of your day. I know the pull to keep moving, to keep filling the silence, to keep numbing the ache. But right now, the most loving thing I can do is to stop you and speak plainly. Before tonight, you must hear me. My child, I see the subtle pressure that has been building. I see the questions that landed like heavy stones in your chest. I see the restless shifting in your thoughts. The way you reach for your phone when your soul is actually reaching for me. I do not come to expose you to harm. I come to cover you with my care. Lean closer. Do not turn away. If you leave early, you may miss the one instruction that keeps you from what you cannot see. Do not gamble with your peace. Do not trade this moment for a distraction. The next few minutes hold a key for you. I am not asking for performance. I am inviting your obedience. Whisper, Jesus. Let your heart do what your mouth is hesitant to confess. And if you need to anchor yourself in this moment, type these words. I will listen. Not to impress me, but to position your heart. I do not measure you by your comments. I am drawing your spirit into alignment with my voice. There is a window, a threshold you will cross when this day gives way to night. I am alerting you ahead of time because I am good. I am not panicked, and I do not want you panicked. I want you prepared. I want you protected. I want you steady under my covering. You have been asking for clarity. This is clarity. You have been asking for a sign. This is your sign. I interrupted you because your safety matters to me. Hear me. I am not angry with you. I am near to you. I am not tallying your mistakes to condemn you. I am tracing your steps to keep you. You cannot out-sin my mercy. You cannot outrun my love. You cannot fall so far that I cannot reach you. But you can drift in distraction and miss a word that would have saved you from a snare. That is why I am calling you by name in this very moment. Beloved, stay. I know what has been pressing against you, the weariness that makes you say, I'll deal with it later. The temptation to postpone my nudges because you do not want to feel the weight of them. The small agreements you tell yourself don't matter, but I see where those steps lead. I see the fork in the path coming before nightfall. I am your father. I protect the ones I love. Let me be your guard this evening. Let me be your wisdom at the doorway. Breathe with me. Inhale my nearness. Exhale the racing thoughts. I am here. My eyes are on you. My hand is extended. I am not pointing at your failures. I am pointing to a safer route. If you walk away now, you will miss the breakthrough I am ready to release over your life today. If you stay, I will speak the words that secure your going out and your coming in. If you listen, I will mark your threshold with peace. Why tonight, you ask? Because I know the rhythms of your heart and the patterns of your warfare. I know when you are most susceptible to agreements that steal your rest and dim your hope. I know how fatigue whispers compromises that daylight would have refused. I am not shaming you for being tired. I am covering you because you are tired. I am stepping between you and the voice that wants to push you into choices that bruise you again. I am your shelter. So I say again, do not scroll. Do not look away. Stay with me. Let the chatter fall away. Let the noise narrow to my voice alone. I have instruction for you. I have comfort for you. I have a warning packaged as love, and love is what will steady you. My correction is kindness. My guidance is mercy. My direction is safety. I am not taking something from you. I am keeping something from touching you. Set your heart right now. I will listen. Speak it, type it, hold it. Let those words become the posture of your night. When you set your ear to me, you set your steps under me. When you choose attention, you choose protection. When you choose obedience, you choose peace. I am not far. I am in this room. I am in this car. I am with you at this screen. I am speaking your language and meeting you at your level because you are mine. My child, the next moments matter. The pace will slow and your spirit will settle as you remain. I will show you what to close and what to open. I will teach you how to walk into the evening covered. I will unveil the small hinges that swing big doors. But first, you must refuse the pull to drift. Anchor here, listen here. Let me be the loudest thing in the room. Place your hand over your heart and hear me call you by your true name, chosen, redeemed, mine. Let shame loosen its grip. Let fear step back. Let striving go silent. You are not being ambushed. You are being rescued in advance. You are not being scolded. You are being safeguarded. You are not late. You are right on time for the help you asked me for. Stay. Do not turn away. Before tonight, I am preparing you. Before tonight, I am covering you. Before tonight, I am marking your door with peace. Whisper, Jesus, type, I will listen. Remain with me, and I will carry you through what you cannot see and lead you into the rest I have already prepared. My child, I have seen what you could not name. The pressure that pressed in without a clear cause. The dread that slipped in between your tasks and sat heavy on your chest. The unquiet that hummed beneath your smiles and made your hands fidget when the room went still. I saw it. I see it now. I am not distant from the storm inside your thoughts. I am the one who steps into it with authority and with tenderness. You felt an uneasy spirit, like something just off, but you could not trace the edges. You felt a sudden heaviness as if a weighted blanket laid on your soul in the middle of the day. Your thoughts began to race an invisible opponent you could not outrun. Irritability nipped at you, making small inconveniences feel like personal attacks. Old temptations, unusual, unexpected, knocked at your door with a familiar tone, asking you to open for just a moment. Distraction loops kept pulling you back into the same scroll, the same replay, the same sentence you read 3 times and still could not absorb. Sleep kept its distance as you laid awake, staring into the darkness, counting worries like sheep you could not corral. And then the numbness, emotional frost creeping in, made you wonder if you even cared anymore, or if you were just pretending through another day. I saw it all, not to accuse you, but to attend to you. My child, I have counted the silent tears you hid from others. I know the exact moment your cheek grew wet and you wiped it fast, pretending it was nothing. I know the forced smiles you offered because you didn't want anyone to ask if you were okay. I know those nights you stared into the darkness, tracing the outline of your ceiling and hoping the morning would feel different. I know the way your chest tightens in crowded rooms and in empty rooms for different reasons. I know when you were quiet because you had peace, and when you were quiet because you were fighting not to fall apart. I have heard the prayers you did not finish, the ones that started with "God, please," and dissolved into a sigh. I have gathered them, I have held them close. Hear me. This unease is not random. It is not punishment. It is not me abandoning you to your own strength. It is a signal. It is an alarm light on the dashboard of your soul, not a verdict of failure. It is my mercy alerting you to come close, not a siren telling you to run from me. I am not giving you a spirit of panic. I am giving you discernment. I am not throwing you into fear. I am training your senses to recognize when something is not from me. Do not ignore the nudge. Do not silence the check in your spirit. That small hesitation, that inner weight, that tug to step back. Pay attention. I am in it. You have asked for wisdom, and I am answering you with caution that protects. Spiritual alertness is not anxiety. It is awareness under my hand. Panic shouts and scatters. Discernment whispers and gathers you into safety. Panic tells you that you are alone and in danger. Discernment tells you that I am near and guiding. I am the one who sets watchmen on the walls of your heart, who whispers, "Not that path, not that conversation, not that screen tonight." I do not shame you for needing guidance. I delight to lead you. I have been putting a gentle pressure on your shoulder, a holy hesitation on your tongue, a pause before you push send. That is me. Do not call it paranoia, call it protection. Why does it feel so strong right now, you ask? Because, beloved, you are near a threshold. The enemy often targets transition moments. The hour before dawn, the step before the door opens, the breath before the answer arrives. He wants to wear you down so you will nod yes to a lie you would have refused at noon. He wants to tire your hope so you will trade your birthright for temporary relief. He wants to slip in through small agreements when your guard is low. That is why the pressure whispers bigger than usual. The dread walks heavier than normal. The unquiet lingers longer than you can explain. It is not because you are weak and failing. It is because you are nearing what I promised. And resistance often increases at the threshold of release. Child, look at the pattern. Sudden heaviness when I am about to lift a burden you have carried too long. Racing thoughts when clarity is almost in reach. Irritability when peace is about to nest in your home. Unusual temptation when you are standing at the gate of a new discipline. Distraction loops when I am calling you into focus and prayer. Sleeplessness when I am ready to speak in the stillness. Numbness when your heart is tender and about to feel joy again. The transition has turbulence like a plane meeting a new layer of air. You do not jump out of the plane. You keep your seatbelt fastened and you trust your pilot. Stay with me in the shaking. Lean closer, not away. Do not ignore the nudge. Do not silence the check in your spirit. The enemy's plan is not creative. It is consistent. Wear you down, then pull you off course. Turn your irritability into conflict that drains you. Turn your restlessness into restless scrolling that opens gateways you meant to keep closed. Turn your sleeplessness into agreements with fear at 2 a.m. Turn your numbness into cynicism that says, nothing will change anyway. But I am stepping in. I am cutting the cords of those loops and breaking the rhythm of those spirals. When the late-night invitation comes to revisit what I freed you from, hear my voice say, no. When the bait comes wrapped in old comfort, hear my voice say, this is not comfort, this is a chain disguised. When the ping sounds like urgency, ask me first. I will answer you. I will show you what is mine and what is not. Come closer. Place your hand on your heart again. Breathe. Let me see you, the real you, the tired you, the guarded you. I do not turn away from your weariness. I cover it. I do not despise your questions. I welcome them. Bring me the nameless ache, and we will name it together. Bring me the dread, and I will reveal its root. Bring me the unquiet, and I will speak my peace into it. You do not have to figure it out alone in the dark. You do not have to pretend strength you do not feel. I am the light that does not shame what it reveals. I heal what I reveal. I am the shepherd who leads you beside still waters when your mind is a storm-tossed sea. Listen to me, beloved. When you feel the pause, pause. When you sense the gentle no, obey it. When you feel the urge to run, run to me, not away. Do not ignore the nudge. Do not silence the check in your spirit. These are not small things. These are the cords of safety I am placing in your hands tonight. Say it out loud, even now. I hear you. If you need to anchor your heart, write it where you can see it. I will not ignore the nudge. Not to impress me, but to align yourself with my protection. As you heed my whisper, watch what happens. The heaviness will not own you. It will lift in layers. The racing thoughts will begin to slow like waves finding the shore. Irritability will soften under the weight of grace. Temptation will lose its shine when exposed to my light. The loops of distraction will break as your focus returns to me. Sleep will come as a gift again, and where numbness sat, tenderness will return. Peace will stand like a guard at the doorway of your mind and heart. Not the fragile peace that depends on circumstances, but the steady covering that I give to those who abide under my wings. You are not at the mercy of the night. You are not a victim of invisible pressures. You are mine, chosen, redeemed, covered. I am closer than your breath. I am stronger than what contends for you. I am more patient than your cycles and more faithful than your fears. Stay near me and you will read these signals rightly. Stay near me and you will cross the threshold without injury. Stay near me and you will find that what once terrified you now trains you to recognize my voice, to trust my lead, to rest under my hand. My child, I have seen what you couldn't name. Now I am naming it for you, an invitation, a call to come closer, a summons to shelter under my wisdom until the shaking passes. Do not ignore the nudge. Do not silence the check in your spirit. Lean in. I am here. I am guiding you through this, and I will not let you go. My child, listen closely. Tonight has a doorway, and not every door is mine. There are thresholds dressed in familiarity that do not carry my blessing. There are invitations that feel soft but travel hard. There are messages that sparkle yet empty you when you say yes. This is why I am slowing you down, so you can see the hinges before you swing a door wide. I am giving you a simple way to discern. Watch the doorways. I am not only speaking of houses and rooms, but of moments and choices, conversations you step into, invitations you accept, messages you answer, impulses you indulge, places you go, and even moods you authorize in your heart. Each is a door. Each has a threshold. Each leads somewhere. Ask yourself with me, who opened this door? What spirit rides on it? Rest or unrest, light or shadow? Where does this path lead by morning? To more peace under my covering, or to a weight you must carry alone? If you pause long enough to ask, I will answer you. Consider the conversation that begins as just checking in. It looks harmless, but the tone is baited with comparison, bitterness, or old chemistry you prayed to release. You thought it was harmless, but it was bait. You thought it was comfort, but it was a hook. That is a door. Consider the invitation that lands late. Come out for just a bit. You need this. It sounds like relief, but the timing and the company strip your guard, not strengthen it. That is a door. Consider the message ping that lights up your screen while you are tired and unguarded. It offers validation you think you lack, or humor that blurs your lines, or a memory that reopens what I have been healing. That is a door. Consider the impulse. One more text, one more drink, one more argument, one more secret, one more scroll. Small words, small steps, but small doorways can open to big burdens. My child, treat them with spiritual seriousness. Listen to me. One more text can become an hour you cannot reclaim and an appetite you cannot quiet. One more drink can become a surrender you did not plan to make and a sorrow you did not plan to carry. One more argument can become a fracture that steals tomorrow's tenderness. One more secret can become a chain that asks you to lie again. One more scroll can become an open gate that floods your mind with images and suggestions that tangle you in the night. You thought it was harmless, but it was a baited hook. You thought it was taking the edge off, but it dulled your discernment. You thought it was entertaining, but it entertained the very thing that wars against your peace. Not every mood is neutral. Moods are doors. When resentment knocks and you say, just for a moment, you step into a room where your vision of others shrinks and suspicion grows. When self-pity whispers, no one sees what you do, you step into a corridor that narrows your world until you interpret kindness as threat and counsel as control. When cynicism says, it doesn't matter, nothing changes, you enter a chamber where your faith is slowly suffocated. Do not sign the lease on rooms I never asked you to live in. Let me lead you into the rooms that air out your heart. Gratitude, humility, hope. These are my doors. These are the rooms where your soul breathes again. Beloved, I know you are weary. I know why one more sounds so inviting. Numbness masquerades as rest when the day has been long. Avoidance imitates wisdom when the problem feels bigger than your strength. Isolation pretends to be safety when connection feels costly. But hear me. Numbing is not rest. Avoidance is not healing. Isolation is not safety. Numbing shuts your ears to me. Avoidance delays what I am ready to walk you through with grace. Isolation locks you away from the very people I appointed to hold up your arms. Counterfeit peace makes promises it cannot keep. It promises quiet but produces emptiness. It promises escape but leaves you more entangled. My peace does not drug you, it steadies you. My peace does not hide you, it shelters you while I heal you. How do you know my door? My doors carry weight but not heaviness. They ask for honesty, not hiding. They lead to alignment, not confusion. They require courage but repay with rest. When I open a door, there is light within it, clarity, accountability, humility, a drawing into prayer rather than a steering away from it. When a counterfeit door stands before you, there is a rush with no roots, a pressure to decide without breathing, a subtle push toward secrecy, a shrinking of your world to your impulses alone. Ask me, and I will tell you the difference. I know the hinges. I know the rooms. I know what meets you on the other side. Tonight, as you move through your evening, treat the small doorways with reverence. The link you click is a door. The show you choose is a door. The playlist you let wash over you is a door. The late-night vent you send is a door. The room you choose to linger in, even in your mind, is a door. Stand with me at each threshold for one holy moment and ask, who sent this? What does it feed? Where will it leave me by morning? I am not trying to take joy from you. I am teaching you to protect joy, so it can return again and again without shame attached. I am not legalistic. I am loving. I am not measuring you by how perfectly you choose. I am drawing you into wisdom so you do not have to keep recovering from pain I tried to keep from you. My child, I am raising your sensitivity, not to make you fearful, but to make you free. When you practice discernment in the small, you will be guarded in the large. When you close a tiny gate, you shut the path to a giant. When you refuse the first one more, you silence the echo that usually follows. This is not restriction. This is rescue in advance. Some of you have called certain doors opportunities because you feared missing out. Hear me. If you must compromise peace to take it, it is not from me. Some of you have called certain doors comfort because they cradle your wounds. Hear me. If it never moves you toward healing, it is not comfort. It is a cage lined with soft words. Some of you have called certain doors friendship because they know your history. Hear me. If the bond is built on what I freed you from, rather than what I am forming in you, it is not fellowship. It is familiarity with no future. Let me rename the doors so you can choose wisely. Bait, hook, snare, trap, or shelter, counsel, refuge, rest. Lean closer. I will make this even simpler in a moment. In a few minutes, I will tell you the 3 checks I want you to obey before the day ends. 3 simple pauses that will keep you under my covering tonight. Stay with me. Do not drift. Even now, walk with me through your evening in your mind. See the likely doors. Name them, surrender them. If there is a door you already know you must close, a conversation to decline, a message to leave unread, a habit to interrupt, say yes to me now. Obedience in advance builds a highway for peace. Place your hand over your heart. Let me speak over you what the counterfeit cannot counterfeit. You are mine, chosen, redeemed, covered. You are not weak for needing guardrails. You are wise for receiving them. You are not missing out. You are being kept for what truly satisfies. I am setting watch over your thresholds. I am lighting your hallways. I am standing at your doors tonight. Walk with me, and you will not stumble into rooms that dim your soul. Choose my doors, and you will find that peace does not visit. Peace moves in. Stay. Listen. In a moment, I will hand you the 3 checks. For now, honor the small doors. Close what I did not open. Step only where my peace waits to greet you. Come closer, my child. Let me see you, the real you, without the practiced smile, without the nod that says, I'm fine. Let me see the places you hide inside when the room grows quiet. Let me see what you carry when you turn out the lights. I do not want the polished version of you. I want the you who sighs in the car, the you who stares at the ceiling, the you who wonders if anyone can hold what you hold. I will, I can, let me see you. I do not call you to exposure to shame you. I call you into my light to heal you. I am not here to embarrass you or display your struggle. I am here to cover you with mercy. Hear me, you cannot outsin my mercy. You cannot outrun my love. There is no corner of your heart I have not already seen and chosen to love. When I say, let me see you, I am not discovering you. I am inviting you to discover how safely seen you already are. I am the one who sees what makes you flinch and does not step back. I am the one who traces the outline of your scars and does not blame you for bleeding. I am the one who gathers your pieces without calling you a problem. Let me name what prowls in the dark to exploit your vulnerability. Shame, the old whisper that says, you are the mistake. Loneliness, the ache that lingers even in a crowded room, convincing you to accept attention that is not care. Resentment, the quiet bitterness that settles like sediment at the bottom of your heart, turning sweetness to sand. Unresolved grief, the empty chair at the table of your memories, the anniversaries that approach like storms. Unmet needs, the places where affection, affirmation, and belonging have felt scarce, urging you to bargain with your boundaries. Fear of being forgotten, the thought that your prayers fall to the floor and your name is written in pencil in other people's minds. These are not defects that disqualify you. These are entry points I am sealing in love. When you hide them, they become handles for the enemy to grab. When you bring them to me, they become altars where I heal. So pause with me now and take a brief, holy inventory. Breathe. Place your hand over your heart. Ask with me and answer honestly within. What are you avoiding feeling right now? Is it sadness you keep outrunning with noise? Is it anger you keep baptizing as stress so you don't have to confess it to me? Is it disappointment with me that you are afraid to admit because you think reverence means silence? What conversation are you replaying tonight? The words you wish you had said, the words you regret, the words that pierced more than you let on. Whose face keeps returning in your mind? And what do you feel when it does? Guilt, craving, jealousy, fear? What temptation grows louder as the sun goes down? One more search for validation, one more visit to a familiar page, one more drink to dull the ache, one more message you know is not wise, one more argument to prove you are not the one to blame. My child, name it with me. I do not flinch at the truth. I am truth, and I am for you. Let me speak to your shame. I do not turn away from your scars. I run toward them with healing in my hands. Your history does not threaten my plan. I am not surprised by the ground you've stumbled on. I am committed to steadying your steps. Shame says, hide. I say, come into the light. Not to hurt you, but to help you. Not to expose you to ridicule, but to uncover what festers so it can be made clean. I place a crown of beauty where you have worn ashes. Let me trade the labels they gave you for the name I wrote over you before you breathed. Chosen, redeemed, mine. Let me speak to your loneliness. You have mistaken your longing for a flaw. It is not a flaw, it is a homing beacon. It points you back to my heart, and it guides you toward people I appoint, not people who will exploit. I will not scold you for craving connection. I fashioned you for fellowship, but I will protect you from counterfeits that promise warmth and leave you cold. Bring me the emptiness, and I will not shame it. I will fill it with my presence and teach you how to receive real love without selling yourself for it. Let me speak to your resentment. You have carried unspoken hurts like stones in your pockets. You have smiled while your jaw clenched. You have said, "It's fine," when it was not. I am not asking you to pretend forgiveness. I am offering you the power to release the poison that is injuring you more than it injures anyone else. Talk to me about the offense. Use plain words. I will not punish you for your honesty. I will meet you inside it, and I will lead you to lay it down, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. Let me speak to your grief. There are rooms in you where the light has not entered since the moment you lost what you loved. You tiptoe around those rooms so you won't break again. But grief does not heal by being ignored. It heals by being held. I will sit with you in the room. I will honor the tears that still visit. I will not rush you. I will restore to you a language for joy that does not betray your love for what you lost. I am the one who can hold sorrow and hope in the same hand and not drop either. Let me speak to your unmet needs and the fear of being forgotten. I have not lost your file. I have not misplaced your prayers. Delay has not been dismissal. It has been covering. I have been safeguarding you from outcomes that would have collapsed under the weight of your desire. I am not stingy with goodness. I am strategic with timing. I am not ignoring you. I am guarding you until fullness is safer than a quick fix. I see your need. I will supply. Not always how you planned, but always in a way that keeps you whole. Now give me what you just named. Whisper it, write it, cry it, breathe it. You do not need the perfect sentence. You need honesty. Say, "Here it is, Lord. Here is the feeling I have been dodging. Here is the conversation stuck in my chest. Here is the temptation with my name on it. Hand it to me. Even if your hand shakes, hand it to me. When you bring it into my light, it cannot keep growing in the dark. Secrets grow molds. Surrendered things grow miracles. Hiding multiplies the ache. Honesty multiplies grace. When you stop defending what hurts you, I start delivering you from it. Child, listen. The enemy thrives in vagueness. He weaponizes what you will not name, because unnamed pain becomes a general fog that you treat with general numbing. That is why the nights feel heavier, because in the dark, blurred things feel bigger than they are. But when you let me see you, truly see you, and when you speak plainly with me, I separate truth from lie, wound from identity, temptation from need. I give you language. I give you boundaries. I give you the courage to say no to what starves you and yes to what heals you. Protection begins here, not at the door alone, but in the heart that stands at the door. A heart covered is a life guarded. I am not disappointed in you for struggling. I am proud of you for staying, for listening, for daring to be honest with me. I cover the trembling. I steady the weak places. I pour oil on the raw edges so they do not snag at every touch. I place my hand on your back and steady your breath. You are not too much for me. You are not too broken for me. You are not too late for me. Look at me. Let me see you. When you meet my eyes, the shadows lose authority. When you look away from your shame and toward my face, shame loses its voice. Let me tell you who you are again. You are mine. You are not defined by last night's stumble or last year's storm. You are not a collection of cravings. You are a carrier of my spirit. You are not the sum of what you did to survive. You are the child I am teaching to thrive. You are chosen, redeemed, covered. I do not loosen my grip when you falter. I hold tighter. I do not roll my eyes at your frailty. I clothe it with my strength. Stay with me in this soft place. Let me keep seeing you. Keep your heart open as we move through the night together. What you have brought into my light will not keep multiplying in the dark. I am sealing the open places, soothing the raw ones, and teaching you to recognize the difference between a craving and a calling. Soon I will give you the simple checks to obey before this day ends, guardrails that agree with the honesty you just offered me. For now, rest your head in my hands. You are safe in the light with me. I heal what I reveal. I cover what you uncover. I am here and I will not let you go. My child, listen to me closely now. Night is a threshold, and the press before it is not random. There is a pattern that hunts you when the sun lowers. I am revealing it because I love you. I am showing you the scheme so you will not be swallowed by it. The battle intensifies before night because the enemy wants you tired enough to agree with a lie. He does not need you to be wicked. He only needs you to be weary. He waits for the hour when your body is low, your mind is foggy, and your guard is thin. Then he whispers what sounds like relief but leads you off course. Hear me. I am exposing the pattern so you can step out of it tonight. Here is the cycle: fatigue, then irritation, then an impulsive choice, then regret, then shame, then the lie that I am silent, then deeper isolation. Fatigue, your shoulders sink, your patience thins, the day feels heavy. Irritation, small things feel large. A tone feels like an attack. An inconvenience feels like disrespect. Impulsive choice, just one more. Prove your point, let them know. You deserve a break. No one will know. What's the use? Regret, your heart tightens, your joy dims, your peace leaks. Shame, the inner voice turns cruel, not correcting you with hope, but condemning you with finality. Then the lie, God is far, God is tired of you, God is silent. And from that lie springs isolation, a retreat not into my presence, but into hiding, scrolling, numbing, arguing, self-accusation. The cycle completes and the night grows longer, but not tonight. I am interrupting it. I am inserting myself between your fatigue and your next choice. Stay with me. These are the common battlefields at night, and I name them with you so they lose their camouflage. Late night arguments, the conversation that should pause becomes a war that wounds. You go to bed with a clenched jaw and wake up with a heavy heart. DMs and texts, the ping that lands like validation, but is really a hook to reopen what I have been closing. Doom scrolling, the endless feed that feels like company but empties your hope and sows comparison, fear, and numbness. Relapse triggers, the websites you once left, the cupboards you raid, the numbers you delete and then restore, the places you promised yourself you would not drive past. Self-harm thoughts, the sharp, dark whispers that say pain will quiet pain. Despair spirals, the stories you tell yourself about your future that leave no room for my promise. Spiritual apathy, the I'll pray tomorrow, the I'll read later, the I'm too tired for worship, the quiet drift that leaves you unanchored. These are the places the enemy paces at night. I am not shaming you by naming them. I am arming you. When I show you the ambush, it loses its surprise. Pay attention to the entry lines. They almost always sound like kindness at first. You've earned this. You should say what you really feel, right now. Open it. What's the harm? Watch one more. Sleep can wait. They don't care, so why should you? What's the point of trying? God isn't answering anyway. My child, these are not comforts. They are counters to your calling. They are baited with your fatigue, so you won't test them for truth. But truth is simple. If it pulls you from my peace, it is not from me. If it widens the distance between us, it does not carry my voice. If it requires secrecy to survive, it withers under light. I am not telling you this to make you fearful. I am telling you this to make you free. Freedom begins by recognizing the hour of attack. Know this, the enemy studies your rhythms. He does not care if the morning was bright if he can claim the night. He stirs up little frictions near bedtime, misread messages, delayed replies, misplaced items, forgotten chores. Because a frayed nerve is easier to steer, he pairs them with exhaustion and whispers, say it now, fix it now, satisfy it now, knowing that urgency without wisdom births wounds. But you are not helpless in this. I am with you in the very moment your patience thins. Lean into me at the first tug. Whisper my name when you feel the heat rise behind your eyes. I answer quickly to the humble pause. Tonight, do not negotiate with what drains your spirit. Close the gate early. The gate is your eyes, your ears, your tongue, your thumbs, your attention. The gate is also your inner permission, what you allow to sit and speak in your mind. When I say close the gate early, I mean this. You do not owe darkness one more minute, one more view, one more reply, one more prove it, one more let me just check. Settle it in your heart before the invitation arrives. Predetermine your no to what has already proven itself a thief. Predetermine your yes to the small acts that keep you aligned. Closing the app, silencing the thread, stepping away from the argument, choosing rest over revenge, choosing prayer over proving. This is not legalism. This is love that knows the hour and protects it. Some of you feel the nightly pull to reignite old fires through late-night arguments. Hear me. Intimacy cannot be built on exhaustion-fueled battles. Your words spoken under strain bruise the very relationship you're trying to defend. I am not asking you to bury truth. I am asking you to protect it by placing it in a better hour. Say gently, we will talk with clarity tomorrow. That is not avoidance. That is wisdom that keeps affection from bleeding out on the floor of midnight. Some of you face DM temptations that glitter when you are lonely. The enemy times them. He wraps old names in new emojis and sends them at the hour you feel unseen. But I have already seen you. I promise what the message cannot give. Real care, not quick chemistry. Covenant, not convenience. If a conversation requires you to dim your holiness to maintain it, it is not a conversation I authored. Let it sit unopened. Choose the quiet that heals over the buzz that harms. Some of you run to the endless scroll saying, I'm just unwinding, but you wind yourself tighter with every new fear and comparison. Child, your soul does not need more noise. It needs me. Turn your gaze from the stream that steals your sleep. Lift your eyes to me, even for a few honest minutes. I do not despise the little you offer. I multiply it into rest. Some of you stand near relapse triggers tonight. You already know the doorway. The body remembers the path, and the suggestion comes with a sigh that says, relief lives here. It does not. It never did. It only borrowed your tomorrow to pay for a moment. I am not scolding you. I am standing between you and the threshold, holding out my hand. Take it. Step back into the light with me. Even a trembling step is a step of power. To those battling thoughts of harming yourself, my child, hear me with all the weight of my love. Your life is not an accident. Your breath is precious to me. Those whispers are not your voice, and they are not mine. When they rise, speak to me out loud. Reach for someone safe I have placed in your world. Bring the thought into light quickly. It loses its strength held in loving hands. I will not leave you alone in that room. I will sit with you until the storm passes and plant you again in hope. Despair spirals often begin as small disappointments that grow teeth in the dark. You rehearse worst outcomes until the ground beneath you feels thin. Then comes spiritual apathy. What's the use? Child, the use is this. I am near. I am active in the silence. I am working while you sleep. When you are too tired to build, I am still laying stones of protection around you. Even a whisper of worship, even a sentence of surrender, cuts a doorway for my peace to enter. You do not need to perform to be kept. You need to agree with the keeping. I am not surprised by your patterns. I am rewriting them with you. The same way you once drifted by default into the cycle, you will now walk by design into a new one. Fatigue, then a pause with me. Irritation, then a soft answer or no answer at all. Impulse, then a pre-decided boundary. Regret, then quick confession with no shame. Shame's attempt, then my truth spoken aloud. The lie of my silence, then my word remembered in your spirit. Isolation's pull, then connection with me and someone safe. This is the new way, and I am with you in every link of it. Lean in. In a few moments, I will hand you a simple instruction list, 3 checks to obey before the night ends, that will keep you inside my covering. For now, take my hand in this exact hour. Breathe. Tell me where the pull is strongest. Name the battlefield that usually claims your nights. Invite me to stand watch at that gate. I am not far. I am at the threshold with eyes that do not sleep. You are not prey. You are protected. You are not at the mercy of midnight. Midnight is under my mercy. I call you chosen, redeemed, mine. I train your hands for this warfare with gentleness, and I crown your restraint with peace. Tonight, choose alignment over argument. Choose refuge over rush. Choose the door that leads to rest, not the hallway that leads nowhere. I have exposed the pattern. Now, with me, break it. And as you do, remember, I will not ask you to walk alone. Stay close. The checks are coming. The gate will close, and you will sleep under my peace. My child, the checks are here. Take my hand. Slow your breath. Listen with your heart. I am not laying heavy burdens on you. I am lifting the ones that have been quietly crushing you. Obedience tonight is not restriction. It is my rescue in advance. When you agree with me now, you step out of snare and into safety. Do not delay. Do not negotiate. Do not assume it will pass by itself. Lean close and do exactly as I say. Check 1. Alignment. Ask me, Lord, what is not in alignment today? Say it out loud. Whisper it if you must. Invite my light into your exact steps. You do not need to search the whole of your life tonight. Keep it specific. Keep it simple. I will bring one thing to the surface, a word you spoke that bent truth, a compromise you called small but felt heavy, a complaint you nursed until it soured your spirit, a later you used to cover disobedience, a glance you entertained that did not honor me, a corner you cut while convincing yourself it didn't matter, a seed of envy you watered with comparison, a vow you made in anger, a promise you delayed without talking to me. Let it come. Do not argue with it. Do not litigate it in your head. Let my kindness lead you to confession. Now answer me with one clear sentence, not a paragraph, not a speech, a sentence. Lord, I was wrong when I... Fill in that blank. Say it as it is, not how you wish it had been. Then add, I agree to realign. That sentence unlocks doors. That sentence breaks the agreement you made with the lie when you were tired. Confession is not the humiliation of a criminal. It is the homecoming of a child. I am not collecting evidence against you. I am removing the weight from you. You are not groveling for scraps. You are returning to the table where you belong. Do not delay. Do not negotiate. Do not assume it will pass by itself. If you need to send a simple, honest message that says, I spoke in haste, I was not right, I will speak with honor tomorrow, draft it with me and leave it ready for a better hour. If you need to delete a half-truth drafted in your notes, do it. If you need to throw away the justification you rehearsed, lay it down. Alignment is not about appearing holy. It is about agreeing with my holiness that is already covering you. When your heart realigns, peace returns, shame loosens, and wisdom becomes audible again. Check 2. Boundaries. Remove access. Hear me. Peace is not protected by willpower alone. It is protected by gates. Identify one access point tonight and close it for this night. One app, one person, one place, one conversation, one substance, one habit, not everything, one. The one you already know is singing to you while stealing from you. If it is an app, silence it, log out, or delete it for the night. Move it off your home screen. Put your phone in another room to sleep without you if you can. If it is a person, do not answer the ping tonight. You do not owe midnight your vulnerability. Place the thread on mute until a wise hour. If it is a place in your home that invites you toward what you have already surrendered, move away from it. Change rooms. Put the object behind a closed door. If it is a conversation that keeps looping into accusation or seduction, say out loud, not tonight. We will talk, but not at this hour. If it is a substance you reach for when the ache grows loud, do not leave it within arm's reach. Lock it up, pour it out, move it out of the room. If it is a habit, the late-night search, the endless scroll, the fast food drive that follows a lonely road, interrupt the route. Change the cue. Break the chain with a simple physical redirection. I am not shaming you. I am shepherding you. Remove access is not fear. It is wisdom. You are not weak because you set a boundary. You are wise because you protect what matters. Do not delay. Do not negotiate. Do not assume it will pass by itself. Every minute you spend bargaining with what you already know steals minutes from your rest. Decide once and let peace enforce it. Predetermine your no. Put friction in the path that leads to loss. Put ease in the path that leads to me. Put your Bible or journal where your phone would usually lie. Place a glass of water where a false comfort used to sit. Preset a message to a safe person that says, pray for me, I am choosing peace tonight. This is not performance, this is partnership. When you move the handle out of reach, the enemy cannot grab it. Child, I am smiling over your small yes. Even one gate closed tonight changes the map. Even one thief turned away tonight protects tomorrow. You are not expected to fix your whole story in 1 hour. You are invited to shut one door that drains you. If you are willing to close the gate tonight, type, I will obey. Say it with your mouth and mark it with your action. Agreement in the open weakens temptation in the dark. Check 3. Atmosphere. Change the spiritual environment. Darkness is not just the absence of light. It is an atmosphere that can be shifted. You do not have to accept the air of heaviness as the final word over your room. Invite me to inhabit where you are. Do it with simple physical obedience. Turn on a light if the shadows magnify your fear. Sit up if lying down fuels the spiral. Open your hands as a sign of surrender if your fists keep clenching. Stand and stretch if your body has become a container for tension. Breathe with me slowly in and out, saying Jesus as you inhale and I trust you as you exhale. My name clears rooms. My peace does not ask permission from anxiety. Play worship or let scripture wash over you. It does not need to be loud or long. Even 5 minutes shifts currents you cannot see. Let truth speak where lies tried to build a nest. Read a psalm or repeat a line of truth. You know, you are with me. I will not fear, not as a formula, but as a lifeline. If the silence feels heavy, fill it with my presence. If the noise is too much, choose a singular word of praise and let it anchor you. Say out loud, Jesus, you are Lord over this room. Jesus, you are Lord over my mind. Jesus, you are Lord over my night. Atmospheres bow to the name that is above every name. Rearrange what the night uses against you. If the bed has become a stage for arguments in your mind, step off the stage. Sit in a chair for a few minutes. Wrap yourself in a blanket that reminds you of comfort and invite me into the conversation. If the hallway leads to a cupboard that beckons, place a note on the door that says, "Choose peace." If the blue light steals your sleep, charge your device across the room and let my words be the last you see. If tears come, let them. Tears are not betrayal, they are washing. If silence comes, honor it as rest rather than emptiness. Do not delay, do not negotiate, do not assume it will pass by itself. The atmosphere you tolerate becomes the atmosphere that trains you. Train your night to recognize my presence. My child, these 3 checks are not chores, they are keys. Alignment turns your heart toward me. Boundaries guard the path beneath your feet. Atmosphere fills the very air around you with my nearness. When you practice them, even imperfectly, you step beneath my covering. You will not do it alone. I move with you in every simple act. When you confess, I cleanse. When you remove access, I reinforce your gate with peace. When you change the atmosphere, I inhabit your praises and steady your breath. Listen to me and let this settle in you. Obedience tonight is not restriction. It is my rescue in advance. I am not keeping you from joy. I am keeping you for joy. I am not denying you freedom. I am directing you into freedom that does not evaporate by morning. I am not saying no to punish you. I am teaching you to say no so you can say a bigger yes tomorrow. The enemy offers bargains that feel like blankets and become chains. I offer you commands that feel like guardrails and become runways. You are not losing anything that heals you by obeying me. You are releasing what harms you so that health can finally take root. Let me bless your resolve. Place your hand over your heart again. Whisper, Lord, align me. Lord, help me remove access. Lord, fill my atmosphere with your peace. Now decide your one confession sentence. Say it. Decide your one boundary. Do it. Decide your one environmental shift. Make it. If you feel the tug to postpone, answer it with our refrain. Do not delay. Do not negotiate. Do not assume it will pass by itself. Tonight, choose swift obedience. I am already meeting you inside it. I am proud of you. I see the courage it takes to turn in a different direction when the old path is familiar. I see the trembling in your fingers as you press delete, mute, lock, step away, turn on the light, sit up, lift your hands, whisper my name. I do not despise the smallness of your steps. I celebrate the strength hidden inside them. Heaven records your yes. Hell forfeits ground. And your soul learns a new rhythm, watchful, honest, guarded, at rest. Stay with me through the next minutes. Let the quiet that follows obedience be your friend, not your fear. I am here. The gate is closing. The storm can circle, but it cannot enter. My child, I place my peace along your thresholds, over your devices, across your mind, and within your room. You are not prey. You are protected. You are not alone. You are attended. You are not losing. You are being rescued in advance. And when you lie down, you will not lie down in dread. You will lie down under my keeping. Type, I will obey if you are choosing this path with me tonight. And let your fingers agree with your heart. Then be still. I am covering your night. My child, lean closer. There is something I need to rename for you, so your heart can rest. You have been calling it delay. I have been calling it covering. You felt like you were standing in a hallway with too many closed doors, wondering if I remembered you. I was standing in the same hallway, my hand on the knob, guarding you from rooms that would have swallowed your joy and stolen years from you. You mistook my protective presence for absence because you could not see what paced on the other side. I saw it. I covered you. You saw silence, but I was shaping you. You felt the ache of unanswered timing, but I was strengthening the frame of your soul so it could carry what I intend to place upon it. You saw closed doors, but I was keeping you from the wrong room. You saw people pass you, but I was pulling you away from comparisons that poison calling. You saw a calendar that did not bend to your prayers, but I was bending roots below the surface, deeper than any clock can measure. You saw what looked like a detour. I was protecting you from a collision up ahead. Do not misname my mercy. Do not label my shield as delay. My child, I know the sting you carry when plans do not match your pace. I know the nights you stared at the ceiling, rehearsing every why until your voice broke and you were too tired to ask again. I was not offended by your questions. I sat with you in them. While you thought nothing was moving, I was moving stones out of your path that you would not have seen until they tripped you. While you thought the dream was dying, I was pruning what could not bear the weight of fruit, so the branch would not snap when harvest came. I was removing alliances that smiled in the daylight, but would have fractured you at midnight. I was gathering pieces of your story you thought were scattered, and weaving them into one cord. When you call it delay, you feel punished. When you call it covering, you can breathe again. Hear me. Covering is not passive. It is active love. It is me standing between you and what looks almost right, but would have written always wrong across your heart. It is me saying, not yet, not to tease you, but to teach you timing that keeps you whole. It is me refusing to rush what only grows beautiful with time. It is me protecting your name, your peace, and your purpose. It is me closing doors because I am about to open the right one, and I do not want you exhausted in the wrong hallway when it happens. You asked me for promotion. I took you through a season of hiddenness, not because I forgot you, but because I was forming you. Hidden roots feed towering trees. Hidden seasons protect future influence. If I had handed you a platform before I healed the places that crave applause, the compliments would have controlled you and the criticism would have crushed you. You asked me for love. I slowed you, not because you are unlovable, but because I was unlearning patterns that called chaos connection. I would not let your loneliness write your vows. You asked me for open doors in work and finances. I trained your hands in faithfulness over small things so abundance would not leak through holes in your character. You thought I was ignoring you. Child, I was insulating you. Now listen carefully, because tonight connects to this very work. Often the final test before breakthrough is distraction, offense, or compromise, especially near the finish line. The enemy cannot steal what I am releasing, but he will try to scatter your focus, sour your heart, or lure you into a shortcut that costs you long-term peace. After the sowing and the waiting, he whispers, just grab whatever is nearest. Any door will do. No, not every door is mine. Do not trade almost arrived for almost right. Do not let a late-night argument sign a contract your morning self cannot pay. Do not let an old message pull you into a story I already ended. Do not let offense at a small slight make you fold the map in despair. Keep your heart soft, your eyes up, your steps ordered. The nearness of release is why the noise rose. The weight of what I am guarding is connected to what I am about to give. I call you mine, so I correct you, I warn you, I guide you. Correction is not rejection. It is confirmation that you belong. Warnings are not threats. They are proof of my nearness. Guidance is not control. It is the tenderness of a father who knows the road and loves his child's future. When I shield you from a room, it is because I built a room for you. When I withhold a lesser thing, it is because I intend to entrust you with a lasting one. When I ask you to wait, it is never to diminish you. It is to add weight to you, weight of wisdom, weight of peace, weight of discernment, so you do not blow away in the first contrary wind. You saw friends move forward and wondered if you did something wrong. You did not. Your timelines are not their timelines, and your calling is not a copy. You wanted evidence that I was working. I gave you quiet opportunities to love well, to choose truth, to guard your words, to close gates, to keep covenant in small things. That is evidence. Heaven marks faithfulness more loudly than any announcement on earth. Do not despise the steady work because it does not sparkle. Diamonds form under pressure and out of sight. Hear my couplets and let them reframe you. You felt overlooked, but I was setting you apart. You felt delayed, but I was delivering you from detours. You felt small, but I was strengthening you to carry something larger than you imagined. You felt silence, but I was speaking to roots and rearranging foundations. You felt behind, but I was placing you right on time, for a door that will not require you to strive to keep it open. You felt emptied, but I was making space for gifts you prayed for. Receive this truth. Nothing surrendered to me is wasted. Nothing protected by me arrives late. When I bring it, it will fit you, not swallow you. When I place it, it will anchor you, not unmoor you. Tonight, this covering continues. The checks you obeyed were not random tasks. They were stitches in a canopy I am spreading over you. Each confession tied a loose strand. Each boundary firmed a corner. Each atmosphere shift extended the fabric of peace across your room. Under that covering, I will finish what I began in the quiet months you called delay. Under that covering, I will settle your breathing and restore your equilibrium. Under that covering, I will seal the lessons you learned, so you do not have to relearn them under pressure. What I am guarding is directly connected to what I am about to release. I am protecting your focus, so you can recognize the door I open. I am protecting your heart, so you can carry blessings without making them your identity. I am protecting your name, so when favor finds you, it will not fracture you. I know you wonder how long. Tonight, I am not giving you a date. I am giving you discernment. Watch the shift in your spirit as you obey me. Watch how peace begins to guard instead of you guarding yourself. That peace is your sign that covering is working and release is near. The more you agree with my pace, the more you will notice precision. Conversations that used to derail you begin to end with grace. Invitations that used to dazzle you lose their charm. Opportunities that require you to abandon your convictions reveal themselves as counterfeits. And then, quietly, the right door opens without strain. It will not call you out of who you are. It will call you deeper into who I named you to be. Remember who you are to me. I call you chosen. I call you redeemed. I call you mine. Not after you arrive, now in the hallway, with keys in my hand. You are not defined by the speed of outcomes. You are defined by my love. At the cross, I declared you worthy. In the waiting, I am proving you steady. In the warning, I am proving you covered. You cannot out-sin my mercy. You cannot outrun my goodness. Even your stumbles cannot cancel my intention, because I bend even missteps into lessons that keep you from cliffs. That is covering. That is who I am to you. So tonight, when the old ache rises and tries to rename this hour as wasted, answer it with our truth. I am not delayed. I am covered. When offense knocks, answer with mercy. When distraction waves, answer with focus. When compromise whispers, answer with the boundary you already set. When impatience tells you to force an opening, answer with rest. Say, Father, I agree with your timing, Father, I trust your covering. Let your mouth teach your heart the new language. What you agree with tonight shapes how you walk into tomorrow. My child, I am not late, I am precise. I am not indifferent, I am intimately involved. I am not teasing you with glimpses. I am training you to recognize gold, so you will not settle for glitter. I am not withholding to make you suffer. I am guarding to make you secure. Lift your eyes from the clock and place them on my face. Feel the weight lift as you rename this season. Call it what I call it, covering. Beneath it, you will sleep. Beneath it, you will learn. Beneath it, you will wake refreshed to a day you did not have to manufacture. Rest now under my hand. Let this be your whisper as you lay down. I am covered, and I will not call protection punishment again. I am here. I am watching the threshold. I am holding what is yours until it is time, and I will not let you miss it. When you rise, you will rise in peace. And step by step, I will lead you from covering into release, from preparation into promise, without losing what I built in the waiting. My child, come closer. Let me see you. Not the guarded version that learned to smile through clenched teeth, not the practiced I'm fine, but the tender you who flinches when night lays quiet over the house. I am not only warning you, I am healing you. The places that throb louder after dark, those are the places I am touching now with my gentle hand. Do not turn away. This is not punishment, this is medicine. I am near to the brokenhearted, and I am here for you now. I have seen the betrayal that still wakes you like a sudden noise, the message that changed everything, the meeting where the chair was pulled from under you, the story retold without your side, the promise broken without apology. I have seen the rejection, the silent phone, the no that felt like a verdict, the invitation that never came, the room you entered where eyes slid past you like you were invisible. I have seen abandonment, the door that closed, the footsteps that did not return, the check that never arrived, the hand you reached for that turned away. I have seen the grief anniversaries, the dates circled in your heart, the season scented with memories, the chair at the table that sits empty while the air grows heavy with what-ifs. I have seen financial stress, the late-night math you do under covers, the bank screen you keep refreshing, the bill due tomorrow, the fear that tightens your chest when you picture next week. I have seen family tension, the group thread that goes sideways without warning, the tone in a loved one's voice that carries old injuries, the gathering you dread and long for at the same time. I see the pressure. I see the dread. I see the unquiet. It is not random. Tonight, let me minister where the ache returns. Place your hand over your heart and breathe with me. Slowly, in, out. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw loosen. Say my name softly, and as you exhale, whisper, I trust you. You do not have to fix yourself while I am holding you. You are not a project, you are my child. I do not minimize what hurt you, I bind it. I do not dismiss your story, I enter it. I do not scold your tears, I collect them. Let me see them now. Now, gently, begin to release. Picture my open hands before you. Place the name into my hands, the one who betrayed you, the one who forgot you, the one whose words cut you. Put the situation into my hands, the account that is low, the contract that stalled, the diagnosis waiting on a call, the custody battle, the transition you did not choose. Put the fear into my hands, the fear of being alone, of failing again, of repeating a pattern that destroyed your peace, of not being enough, of never recovering. Do not analyze the transfer. Simply place it there. Let me carry what has been crushing you. Do not be afraid of this relief. The enemy wants to reopen your wound so he can pour in suggestion. This is who you are, rejected, unworthy, unchosen, always, almost. He wants to call your bruise your identity, But hear me and let this become louder than lies. You are not dirty because you were hurt. You are not weak because you cried. You are not faithless because you are tired. Grief is not evidence of my absence. It is proof that you loved and were made to love. Weariness is not sin. It is a signal to rest in me. The trembling you feel is not failure. It is your body asking for the safety I am supplying now. I am placing my hand over the spot that throbs. You may feel it as a memory surfacing, a warmth spreading, a sigh you did not plan. Let it come. I do not turn away from your scars. I run toward them. I am not embarrassed by the bruise your family words left. I am rewriting the internal script that keeps accusing you. I am not indifferent to the ache of the empty seat. I am sitting with you in the space it creates, and I am breathing peace into the empty room. I am not unmoved by the stress that lands in your chest when bills press. I am guiding you into wisdom and opening provision. But first I am settling your nervous heart so you can hear me clearly. The goal tonight is not to solve everything. It is to stop the bleeding and steady your breathing. Now break the shame agreements with me. Say, I renounce the lie that I am unlovable. Say, I renounce the lie that what they did to me is who I am. Say, I renounce the lie that I am always left behind. Say, I renounce the lie that my worth is measured by my balance or my performance. Now replace them with my truth. I am chosen. I am redeemed. I am mine. My naming is stronger than every label, grief, or betrayal tried to stamp on you. When I call you worthy, no wound can unname you. Child, I know the scripture words that have been used like band-aids over fractures. I am not handing you cliches. I am placing balm. I am close to you tangibly. I am mending what tore when trust was broken. Forgiveness will be part of this healing, and we will walk it together at my pace. Forgiveness is not excusing. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is you removing the hook from your heart and placing justice in my hands. Vengeance is a weight you were never designed to carry through the night. Set it down here. I will be the judge. You be the healed. For the one who feels a pang at the memory of a leader, a church, or a friend who failed you in my name, hear me. They did not reflect my heart in that moment. I grieved with you. I did not orchestrate your wounding to teach you a lesson. I will teach you even now, but I did not author their sin. Give me the title deed to that memory. Let me rewrite the narrative in your soul. Not God abandoned me at church, but God found me in the aftermath and stayed. I am restoring trust, not naive trust that ignores wisdom, but Holy Spirit discernment that recognizes fruit and does not confuse charisma with character. For the one staring at numbers and deadlines, breathe again. You have trained your mind to race ahead to disaster to prepare for it. Tonight I am retraining you to meet me in the present, where grace actually lives. Put the spreadsheet aside. Write one simple action you will take tomorrow with me, then release the rest. I feed birds who do not budget. I clothe fields that do not shop. If I watch sparrows, I watch you. I grant favor, ideas, and open doors. But right now, I am releasing the tight knot in your chest so you can sleep and wake with clarity instead of panic. For the one bracing for family interactions, remain here in my presence. I know the fuse that shortens when certain voices enter the room. I know the years of history wrapped around a single phrase. Let me remove the sting. Tonight, bless them in my name, even if you cannot say it to their face. Blessing does not erase boundaries, it cleans your heart of poison. If you see their face in your mind, put it into my hands again. Whisper, I release what I cannot control. I receive your wisdom for what I can. I will give you words or silence tomorrow, but tonight I give you soft eyes and a protected heart. For the one marking a grief date, hold my gaze. I hold the times in my hands. I remember. I am not asking you to rush past the memory. I am offering to sit in it with you until the sharp edges round in the presence of my comfort. If a song comes, let it play and let tears fall. Tears are not betrayal, they are washing. Your love was real. Your sorrow is not your enemy. Let my consolation be realer still. Where memory tries to drag you under, my hand is underneath, lifting, steadying, reminding you that the story continues with me. Let us make a gentle exchange. Where your mind rehearses betrayal, I give you a picture of my faithfulness. See me standing in the doorway you feared, saying, I am here. Where your heart rehearses rejection, hear me whisper, I have chosen you. Where your body holds tension like armor, feel my peace melting the metal until you can unclench and breathe. Where shame has looped the words should have, and too late, receive my voice. I redeem time, I restore, I make new. Now, quiet your room with me. If there are objects nearby that stir the ache, cover them or move them for the night. If a photo feeds the spiral, place it face down until morning. This is not denial, this is stewardship. Select one line of truth and let it anchor you. You are with me, I will not fear. Let it be the rhythm of your breathing. When thoughts try to file back in, meet them at the gate with not tonight. I have placed this in his hands. I am not asking you to ignore reality. I am inviting you to acknowledge a greater reality. My presence is here, and where I am, fear must loosen its grip. Beloved, I am also healing the identity messages that grew out of your wounding. The enemy has tried to build a world out of a single night, a season, a mistake, a loss. He wants you to prophesy over yourself with his vocabulary. Deny him the microphone. Agree with me instead. I am defined by his love, not by my loss. I am covered, not cursed. I am being led, not left. I am growing, not failing. As this truth settles, notice how choices become clearer. Healing creates clarity. Clarity makes discernment easier tonight. From a soothed heart, you will recognize the counterfeits without trying so hard. From a grounded soul, you will choose the boundary without bargaining. From a rested place, you will hear my no as protection and my yes as peace. Let me speak to the place that says, but what if it happens again? Child, pain may come in this life, but you will not walk it alone, and you will not walk it unarmored. I am teaching you gates, and I am healing the places that used to swing wide to every lie. I am sealing cracks, stitching torn places, anointing tender skin with oil so it will not tear the same way again. I am not promising you a life without wind. I am building you a house on rock. Tonight I am laying another stone. I am placing my peace over your night like a soft, weighted blanket that calms the overactive places. Peace is not passive, it guards. It will stand at your mind's door and challenge intruders. You will notice the difference. The thought that once barged in will find the latch engaged. The memory that once hijacked your breathing will arrive and discover it cannot find a seat. When that happens, do not be surprised. Smile and say, He is healing me. If tears come anyway, do not judge them. Let them water what I am growing. Now put your hands out once more, palms up. Whisper the names again if you need to, the dates, the debts, the words, the looks. Then, one by one, close your fingers as a sign. I release. I receive. Release what is not yours to carry. Receive the comfort that is. Release vengeance. Receive justice in my timing. Release self-blame. Receive mercy. Release panic. Receive guidance for tomorrow. Release the need to explain. Receive my song over you. Stay with me in these last moments. The night is not a trap. It is a sanctuary when I am Lord over it. Under the covering we named, I am performing delicate work that cannot be hurried by fear or improved by striving. Be still. Feel my hand on your head, my arm around your shoulders, my voice quieting you with love. You are not the sum of what hurt you. You are the object of my affection. You are not stuck in the scene that broke you. You are being led out, step by gentle step. When you lie down, do not rehearse the wound. Rehearse my nearness. If you wake later, meet wakefulness with worship rather than worry. Say, Jesus, you are here, and listen for the hush that follows. This is how you walk the rest of this night, not braced for the next blow, but leaning into the next breath. I am healing what tonight has tried to reopen, and as your heart rests, your eyes will clear. As your soul settles, your ear will sharpen, and you will find that obedience, which felt hard an hour ago, has become the natural response of a child who knows they are loved and covered. Sleep now, beloved. I am here, and I will keep watch while you rest. My child, stay close a little longer. What you have received in your heart must be guarded by your mouth. Life and death sit near your lips tonight. Your words are not small, they are keys. With them you open and you close. You plant and you uproot. You welcome peace or you invite turmoil. I am placing a watch at the gate of your mouth because what you agree with in the quiet will shape how you walk in the morning light. Hear me. The enemy is not only after your feelings, he is after your confession. He wants you to put your name under his sentences. He knows that when fatigue is high and the room is dim, a sigh can become a sentence, and a sentence can become a story you start to live. He will whisper, say it, nothing changes. Say it, you always mess up. Say it, God left you. Say it, you can't be loved. He offers these like contracts for you to sign with your tongue. Do not sign. Do not lend your mouth to his lies. I am here, inviting a different agreement. Trust, not vague optimism, but a steady, quiet yes to who I am and what I have spoken over you. My child, listen to the loops I am exposing. Nothing changes. Break it. I always mess up. Break it. God left me. Break it. I can't be loved. Break it. I am behind everyone. Break it. It's too late for me. Break it. I'm cursed. Break it. These are not harmless ventings. They are seeds with thorns. Plant them and you will handle the prick tomorrow. Uproot them now and I will sow different seed. Replace them with my naming that carries life. Say, everything surrendered to God is changing in his hands. Say, I am learning and growing with his wisdom. Say, he has not left me, he is with me now. Say, I am loved with a love that does not wear out. Say, I am on heaven's schedule. Say, it is not too late in the hands of the one who restores. Say, I am covered, not cursed. I am not shaming you for the words you have spoken under pressure. I am retraining you because you are mine. I correct because I cover. I warn because I love. Even a few words, true ones, chosen ones, can shift an atmosphere. Not everything that visits your mind deserves to live on your lips. Some thoughts lose power the moment you refuse to speak them. Some truths gain strength the moment you do. So right here with me, let us practice holy agreement. Speak out loud, softly if you must, but let your own ears hear the sound of truth. Repeat after me. I belong to Jesus. I am covered tonight. I will not be moved by fear. God is with me in this room. His peace is guarding me. My mind is steady. My heart is held. My house is under his covering. I close every open gate to worry. I open wide to his presence. Repeat after me. I choose life with my words. I bless and do not curse. I speak hope over my tomorrow. I speak wisdom over my decisions. I speak peace over my relationships. I speak rest over my body. I speak clarity over my mind. I speak provision over my work. I speak healing over my heart. Repeat after me. I reject the lie that I am alone. I reject the lie that I am behind. I reject the lie that I am unlovable. I reject the lie that I am stuck. I agree with God's truth. I am chosen. I am redeemed. I am His. Repeat after me. I will not prophesy my fears. I will declare His faithfulness. I will not rehearse defeat. I will remember His deliverance. I will not partner with panic. I will partner with peace. Let these lines become the language of your night. If the room grows loud again, return to them. If a wave rises, answer it with the words you just spoke, not with the words that used to bind you. You are not pretending. You are placing truth at the center and letting it anchor the shifting edges. Now, hear my counsel regarding conflicts that press at night. Do not let bitterness write your nighttime decisions. Wounded hearts make lifelong vows that wise hearts regret in the morning. The enemy loves midnight ultimatums because they feel powerful and taste like control, but they seed chaos. Do not send the paragraph you typed through tears. Do not answer the baiting message that tries to pull you into an old pattern. Put the phone face down. Step back from the thread. Breathe my name. Of the words you could speak, none are urgent enough to justify losing your peace. If your heart is hot, it is not the hour to build a bridge or burn one. Let the sun and my spirit test your tone. A delayed reply can be an act of obedience. A held tongue can be a shield I use to protect both you and them. If you must say something, choose brevity and blessing. I will respond tomorrow. I need time to pray. Peace to you tonight. Blessing is not weakness, it is governance. It keeps you from drinking bitterness as a nightcap. It keeps the gate guarded so no thief rides your words into your home. I will give you wisdom at daybreak, what to address, what to release, when to speak, when to be silent. But tonight, obey me in this. No vows from pain, no sentences that sentence you, no curses over yourself or others. Keep the atmosphere clean. For the one who argues with themselves more than with anyone else, listen, your inner talk is still talk. Do not narrate your night with defeat. Do not practice speeches of loss while you are trying to heal. Your body hears your words. Your soul leans toward your sentences. Let your mouth become a shepherd, not a critic. Lead your inner life with truth and watch your emotional weather shift. I am going to ask for a public agreement to settle this privately. Type, I am covered if you are refusing to agree with fear tonight. Let it be a line in the sand, a banner over your door, a witness that your mouth has chosen life. Heaven sees your yes. Hell notices your no. Your own heart will remember what you wrote when the whisper returns. Now, let us plant a few more seeds together. Put your hand over your head and speak, peace, rest upon me. Put your hand over your chest and speak, heart, be still in His love. Stretch your hand toward your doorway and speak, this home is under the covering of the Lord. No scheme against me will stand. Stretch your hand toward your phone and speak, my conversations will honor God. My words will not invite chaos. Stretch your hand toward your bed and speak, my sleep will be sweet in His presence. I will wake with clarity and strength. Child, your agreement is powerful not because you are strong, but because the one you agree with is sovereign. When you echo my truth, you align the furniture of your inner room with the architecture of my kingdom. Chairs of fear get moved out, tables of peace get set, windows of hope open, air changes, breath returns. You will notice it as you obey. A settled hush, a softened jaw, thoughts that once rushed becoming slower, fewer, gentler. This is not accident. This is authority rightly used. This is life chosen at the gate of your mouth. And hear this reassurance again. I do not record your missteps to shame you. I record your moments of trust to strengthen you. If you stumble and a harsh word slips out, do not spiral. Stop, renounce it, replace it. I cancel those words in Jesus' name. I choose life. Turn back quickly. The gate is easy to close when your hand is already on the latch. Before you lay your head down, bless your tomorrow. Say, Father, go before me. Say, make straight what I cannot see. Say, keep me from what is not mine and bring me to what is. Say, guard my mouth in the morning as you have guarded it tonight. Then return to the declaration that is now your banner. I am covered. Whisper it as you drift. Whisper it if you wake. Whisper it when a stray thought tries to pry the gate. The more you use it, the faster peace will stand up and take its post. What you agree with tonight will shape how you walk into tomorrow. Choose me. Choose life. Choose words that align with who I have named you to be. As you do, you will find that the peace I have placed upon you does not merely soothe, it stands guard. And you will rise to discover that the road ahead meets you with the same authority you exercised in the night. Steady steps, clear eyes, and a mouth that knows how to bless. My child, you asked me for a sign. You asked for clarity. You said, God, if this is you, speak so I can know. Hear me now. I have brought you here by design. This is not hype. This is not a trick of emotion. This is me answering with a steady voice. I am confirming to you that the path of obedience you are choosing tonight is the very path into protection and peace. Do not turn away. Stay with me. In a few moments, we will seal this with prayer, and I will tell you exactly what to do when this ends. But first, receive the sign I am placing before you. Here is my promise, anchored in who I am. A peace that you cannot explain with your mind will stand watch over your heart and your thoughts when you obey. Not a thin calm that evaporates when the wind rises, but a living guard at your inner door. Think of peace as a sentinel I have assigned to you, alert, compassionate, unbribable. When lies approach, it challenges them. When fear knocks, it asks for identification and finds none. When old patterns come with rehearsed scripts, it answers with truth and sends them away. This peace is not manufactured by you, it is given by me. It surpasses your analysis, it secures what I love in you. And this is what that guarding will look like tonight. Where temptation usually swells at this hour, you will feel an interruption, an unexpected pause, as if a hand gently takes yours and lowers it. The desire that used to roar will lose its edge. The hook will dull, the pull will weaken. Where anxiety used to sprint through your body, you will notice a softening, your jaw unclenching, your breath lengthening, your shoulders dropping as if someone lifted a weight. Where spirals usually tighten, a call or a message may arrive at just the right moment, not to pull you into chaos, but to pull you back to center, someone saying, "You were on my heart," or a simple check-in that reroutes your evening. Where you have felt compulsion, you will feel conviction. But hear me, it will not shame you. It will feel like love that says, "Not that way, come this way." Where sleep has been a stranger, rest will begin to return, first as drowsiness you forgot you could feel, then as actual sleep that holds you without fight. Where racing thoughts have performed all their rehearsals, you will catch yourself midline and realize you do not want to keep the script. These are not random, they are markers of my peace on duty. Do not think that protection means there will be no battle at the door. The wind may still blow against your house. Old messages may pass by and tap the window to see if you will come out. But hear me, you will not be alone, and you will not be overtaken. I am in the room. My peace is on post. I will whisper the way of escape when pressure rises. I will give you quiet strength to hold the line you set with me just minutes ago. I am not promising you a night without a single thought. I am promising you authority to answer those thoughts, and power to remain within the covering I have spread over you. Tie this promise to your obedience, not as a transaction you must perfectly complete, but as a doorway you step through. Every yes you give me tonight, every renounced lie, every unsent message, every boundary kept, every phone turned face down, every prayer breathed when you want to fix, each of these yeses positions you under the canopy where peace stands guard. You are not earning protection by effort, you are agreeing with me, and agreement places you in my shelter. When you choose me in the small, the large is already shifting. When you say, not that, to the pattern that once owned you, you are not walking empty, you are being carried by the one who owns you now. You said, but how will I know this is really you? Here is the sign again, and watch for it, even as you listen. A hush will fall within you that does not match your circumstances. The same room, the same bills, the same unknowns, and yet the weather in your soul changes. Thoughts slow down, options simplify, your body settles as if the chair underneath you became steadier. You may find that your eyes feel heavier in a way that is merciful. You may feel tears come without accusation, like a stream washing dust away. You might notice that a message that would have triggered you an hour ago lands now without exploding, my peace absorbing the shock. You might reach to repeat an old habit and find your hand stopping, your heart hearing me say, choose life, and suddenly you want to. That want is a miracle. That ease to obey is a sign. That return of desire for what is holy, that is me answering. For some, the sign will arrive as timely interruption. Plans that would have put you in a vulnerable place tonight will shift. The ride cancels, the meeting moves, the door you were about to knock on feels wrong, and you step back. See this not as the world against you, but as your Father covering you. For others, it will come as heightened awareness. The words on a screen, the tone in a thread, the look in a room. You will read it clearly and choose to walk away, and peace will rise immediately like a warm wind at your back. For some, it will be simple. Heaviness lifts. You will notice you are humming again. You will think, why am I not panicking? And then you will remember, because you chose me, and I am choosing you back in ways you can feel. My child, I am also putting courage in you to name the sign when it arrives. Do not downplay it. Do not call it coincidence. When the interruption comes, say under your breath, that was your peace guarding me. When the desire drops, say, that was your peace removing the hook. When the sleep returns, say, that is your peace covering me. When conviction redirects you, say, that is your love leading me. As you name it, you strengthen it. As you testify, even just to your own heart, you build a memorial that your future self will lean on. Understand this too. Sometimes the first sign is simply the strength to wait 5 more minutes, to not text, to not click, to not argue, to not rehearse. Do not despise this sign. Those 5 minutes are not empty. They are loaded with grace. In them, I am rewiring reflexes. In them, I am teaching you that you are not a slave. In them, I am demonstrating that your no is powerful when it is anchored in my yes over you. And if a wave still comes, if you feel the old surge or hear the old lie, do not panic. Remember the guard. Call on me. Use your mouth the way we trained it. Say, peace, keep watch. Say, Jesus, you are here. Say, I am covered. Then obey the next small nudge I give you. Step into the other room. Turn on the light. Sip water. Open the window. Place your hand on your heart. These simple acts are not silly. They are signals to body and soul that you are aligning with my spirit. As you obey, peace tightens its hold around you like a sheltering wing. Stay with me now. Do not click away. Do not rush to the next thing. We are about to seal this night with prayer, and after that I will give you the immediate steps to close every remaining gate. But receive this before we move. You are not being set up to fail. You are being set up to be kept. I call you chosen. I call you covered. I call you mine. And when I call, I also keep. The sign you asked for is not fireworks. It is a guard. It is the quiet authority of my presence standing between you and what seeks to undo you. Feel the difference already. That is not pretend. That is my peace beginning its watch. So breathe, beloved. Stay close. Let the promise settle deeper. Obedience tonight will lead you into peace and protection, not someday, now. And as you agree with me, the sentinel of my peace will take its post at your mind and your heart. We will pray in a moment, and I will place my covering over your night. Then I will tell you exactly what to do as soon as this ends. Do not turn away. Your sign has come. Your keeper is here. My child, I am about to make this very simple. Protection becomes practical through small, immediate obedience. Do not overthink this. Do not wait for a perfect mood. Move with me now. Close the gate with 4 steps before this night deepens, and you will feel my peace tighten its hold around you. First, remove one source of spiritual noise until morning. You already know the one I am pointing to, the app that keeps your mind buzzing, the conversation thread that reopens wounds, the media stream that drips fear, comparison, or temptation into your spirit. Do not negotiate with it. Open your phone or your laptop right now and silence it. Log out. Mute the thread. Archive the chat. Turn off notifications. Delete the shortcut for one night if you must. Put the remote down and end autoplay. Do not argue with your flesh. Simply obey. You are not punishing yourself. You are protecting your atmosphere. When you cut the power to a noise source, you will notice your inner room get quieter within minutes. This is not legalism. This is love guarding your gates, your eyes, your ears, your attention. You are saying, my mind is not a hallway for every voice tonight, and I, your Father, am pleased because you have chosen life. Second, send one honest message if it is needed. One, not a flood. Humility and wisdom will guide your words. If conflict is pressing at your door, postpone it with peace. Write, I care about this and want to respond well. I will message you tomorrow. If you need prayer, ask for it plainly. Write a trusted person. Would you cover me tonight? I'm closing gates and choosing peace. If you owe someone a brief clearing of the air to keep your heart clean, offer it without defense. I'm sorry for my tone earlier. I'm taking the night to pray. Peace to you. Do not explain your whole history. Do not try to fix a lifetime in 10 late-night sentences. Do not make vows out of pain or send paragraphs from a trembling heart. Keep it short, honest, and kind. You are choosing to be led by my spirit, not by adrenaline. A simple line of truth can disarm a snare. A delayed debate can save a relationship. A small request for prayer can open a flood of strengthening grace. Send the one message, then close the thread. Your peace is precious. Guard it. Third, prepare your space for rest. Make the room say, welcome, peace. Dim the lights. Put a glass of water by your bed. That small kindness to your body is part of wisdom. Place your Bible and a journal within reach. You may wake with a nudge or a word I want you to remember. Turn your phone to Do Not Disturb and place it face down, away from arm's reach. Clear the visible clutter that nags your thoughts. 1 minute of tidying can remove 10 needless whispers. Open a window for a moment if you can, or breathe slowly as if you are letting stale air out and fresh grace in. Sit on the edge of your bed, put both feet on the floor, and posture your heart in surrender. Hands open on your lap, shoulders loose, jaw unclenched. Then, out loud in a soft voice, invite my presence into your room. Jesus, you are welcome here. Walk to your doorway and with your hand lightly on the frame, whisper, this threshold belongs to the Lord. Bless the corners, the places where shadows feel loud. by simply turning your face toward them and saying, "Peace, remain." These are not theatrics. They are the habits of a home that belongs to me. You will feel the air shift as you make agreement. The bed that has held your tossing will learn again how to hold your rest. The room where worry rehearsed will learn again how to hush. Fourth, pray out loud a simple covering prayer with me before we enter the longer prayer that I will lead you in next. Let your own ears hear your faith. Speak slowly. Speak like someone who is not bargaining, but receiving. Say this now. Father, I come under your covering. Jesus, be Lord over my night. I renounce every lie and every open door to fear, shame, and unrest. Holy Spirit, guard my mind and my heart. Set your peace as a watch at my door. I receive your rest. I choose your way. Keep me from what is not mine and lead me into what is. In Jesus' name, amen. Say it once, and if your heart still races, say it again. If emotion rises as you speak, that is not weakness, that is washing. Every word you just prayed is a latch turning, a gate closing, a shelter strengthening. Do not underestimate the power of these 4 small obediences. Removing noise lowers the volume of temptation. Sending one honest message disarms the hook of conflict and opens you to help. Preparing your space tells your body and soul that you are not bracing for battle. You are welcoming your keeper. Praying out loud aligns your inner world with my kingdom's order. You are not earning my protection. You are stepping under it. You will feel the difference. Thoughts that tried to scatter will begin to gather and settle. Breath will deepen. The need to check and recheck will loosen its hold. Where the spiral once began, a stillness will take root. This is my peace on duty because you agreed with me in action. Now, beloved, I am asking one more simple obedience, not for performance, but for protection beyond yourself. Share this with one person you love. Someone else is vulnerable tonight. Someone else is standing at a doorway they do not see clearly. Send this message like a light placed in their window. Not with pressure, not with a lecture, simply thinking of you tonight. This helped me. I believe it will cover you too. When you become a river and not a reservoir, peace multiplies. As you cover another, I cover you again. Do not delay. Do step 1 now. Do step 2 if it applies. Do step 3 even if you are tired. Pray step 4 out loud with me. I am here in the room. I am not asking for grand gestures. I am asking for trust in motion. Close the gate, and I will keep watch. Obedience tonight is not restriction. It is your rescue in advance. And as you move with me, you will discover this beautiful truth. The night is not something to survive. It is a sanctuary where my love keeps you. My peace guards you, and my presence rests upon you until morning. Place one hand over your heart and open the other in your lap. Slow your breathing. This is not a performance. This is surrender. Whisper the name of Jesus. Let your body agree with your spirit. We are coming under covering now. Father, in the name of Jesus, we come low and we come close. We acknowledge that we are not our own keeper. You are. We confess our need and we choose your help. We lay down the tools we reach for when we are anxious, the old ways we used to soothe ourselves, and we pick up trust. We do not ask for a feeling we must chase. We receive your peace as a covering that comes from you and rests on us now. Spread your wings over this one you love. Make this room, this heart, this home a sanctuary of your presence. We ask for protection, not as those who beg, but as children who belong. Place your guarding over this mind, silence intrusive thoughts, scatter confusion, and steady the inner conversation so truth takes the lead. Place your guarding over this heart, lift off dread, unhook shame, calm the stormy places where fear has tried to camp. Place your guarding over this home, every doorway, every window, every hidden corner. Let your holy peace stand as a watch, an unbribable sentinel that permits nothing destructive to enter. Let the light of your presence fill every space until shadows have nowhere to settle. We ask for covering over the night hours, over the bed where sleep has been stolen. Restore sweet rest. Over dreams, purify them, instruct them, redeem them. Over awakenings, if they come, let them be gentle, brief, and met by you. Over the one who must work tonight, guard their focus, their commute, their return. Over the one who travels, place safety on every mile, wisdom at every turn, calm in every delay. Over children in this house and children far from it, surround them with messengers of your care. Quiet their fears, let joy find them even as they rest. Over relationships, hold them together where strain has stretched. Keep angry words from flying, keep silent resentments from hardening. Set a guard over conversations until dawn gives counsel. We ask for angels to encamp around this home like a ring of fire. Station your messengers at entries seen and unseen. Assign them to watch through the watches of the night. Let them bear away what tries to press in. Let them minister to weary bodies, tender hearts, and minds that have been overused today. Make the paths safe, stairs, hallways, sidewalks, roads. Make the devices harmless, every screen, every ping, every lure. Make the air of this room different, the atmosphere thick with your nearness. In Jesus' name, we break agreement with fear. We pull our name off the contracts we signed with worry. We renounce the lie that we are alone. We renounce the lie that we are behind. We renounce the lie that it is too late. We renounce the lie that we are cursed. We renounce the lie that failure defines us. We cancel sentences spoken in haste that tried to sentence us. We refuse the baited invitations that come at night to reopen old doors. We say no to the patterns that steal peace, and we say yes to the one who gives it. We agree with what you have named us. In the authority of Jesus' name, we declare, I am chosen, I am redeemed, I am his, I am covered, I am not driven by panic, I am led by peace, I am not abandoned, I am attended. I am not at the mercy of old desires. I am under the mercy of God. I am a child under a father's roof. I am a sheep inside the shepherd's fold. I am a house with light in the windows and a guard at the door. Father, heal the wound that tonight has tried to touch. You see exactly where it is, the tender spot that flares when certain names appear, when certain memories wake, when certain silences stretch. Lay your hand there. Pour in comfort that does not accuse. Where there has been betrayal, bring the balm of truth and the courage to trust you again. Where there has been grief, let your companionship be felt in the very place of absence. Where there has been rejection, speak belonging so deeply that the old verdict loses its voice. Where there has been self-contempt, wash with kindness that trains this soul to look at itself with the eyes of its Maker. Restore courage where dread has hollowed out resolve. Restore joy where laughter has felt wrong or far away. Restore simple delight in small mercies. Let morning greet this one not with heaviness, but with a lift in the chest, a steadier mind, and a surprising smile that says, I am being kept. Turn the night from a field of snares into a garden of rest. Let the very hours that once felt dangerous become the hours where healing does its quiet work. We ask for reconciliation where it is right, but we will not force what you have not assigned tonight. We ask for wisdom for tomorrow's words, and a restful silence for the hours of darkness. Teach our mouths to bless. Teach our hands to stay still when they would reach for old crutches. Teach our feet to avoid paths that lead nowhere. Teach our eyes to close to what is unclean and open to what is holy. Father, we receive the peace that guards, not thin calm, not distraction, not numbness, but the living peace of Christ that patrols the borders of our thoughts and sets its shield over our heart. Let it be felt now as breath deepens. Let it be known now as the room stills. Let it stand its post through every hour until dawn. For those who fight nightmares, we ask for a holy inversion. Where torment has visited, let comfort take its place. Where images have harassed, let visions of hope and instruction come instead. Gentle dreams that guide, not frighten. For those who battle panic in the late hours, let the rush be replaced with a weight of warmth, like a blanket laid over the chest by a caring hand. For those whose bodies ache, let rest be medicinal. Let muscles loosen and inflammation quiet under your touch. We also ask for practical favor. Let alarms work. Let interruptions that would break rest be diverted. Let appliances be silent, neighbors be considerate, pets be calm. Let last-minute crises be postponed by your providence. Let tomorrow's needs be pre-met in ways that ease the mind now. And for the one who keeps watch over others, a parent, a caregiver, a nurse, refresh them even in short pockets of sleep. Multiply rest like loaves. Make little much. Now, Father, with the authority you have given in the name of Jesus, we seal these renunciations and these requests. We set the banner over this house. The Lord is here. We place over this bed a word, beloved rest. We place over this mind a decree, clarity and quiet. We place over this heart a promise, kept and covered. We refuse every countermeasure of the enemy. We quench every fiery dart with the shield of faith you provide. We hide under the shadow of your wing and will not fear the night. We bless tomorrow before it arrives. Go before this one in appointments, in meetings, in challenges, in choices. Make crooked places straight. Lower what is too high. Raise what is too low. Keep them from what is not theirs and bring them into what is. Prepare conversations. Provide resources. Order steps. Let the peace that covers them tonight walk with them into dawn as a companion, a counselor, a guard. And now, beloved, receive what you have asked for. Put your hand lightly over your head and whisper, "Peace, rest upon me." Put your hand over your chest and whisper, "Heart, be still in his love." Stretch your hand toward your door and whisper, "This home is under the Lord's covering." Take a slow breath in and out. Let the hush take its seat. Do not chase peace. Allow it to settle on you like a mantle. I speak this blessing over you. Do not return to the old doorway tonight. Go in peace. Sleep. I am with you. Do not reopen the thread. Do not rehearse the speech. Do not sign the old contract with your tongue. What we closed, leave closed. The guard I have set will stand its post. My presence is your wall. My peace is your watch. In the name of Jesus, I set you under the covering of the Most High. May his nearness be your nightlight. May his kindness be your pillow. May his angels keep the watches while you rest. May you rise with joy that surprises you, strength that meets you, and clarity that leads you. It is done. It is sealed. It is kept. If you receive this covering, type Amen. Let your agreement be a banner, a note to your own heart, a witness that tonight you chose life. And now, beloved, rest. The keeper of Israel does not sleep, and while he keeps watch, you can. Peace to you now until morning.